Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we have an iPhone 13 for a housing changeover and the screen repair. So we'll go through with the process how to change the whole housing on iPhone 13. This is what we got in our pack. This is a double-sided tape for the battery, a SIM tray, this is your wireless charger. So we will have to replace the screen and the whole body. It is badly smashed, so we'll go through with the whole process. So first thing first, we probably are going to remove the screen and change the screen, because that would be the quick stuff to do, because this is going to take time and concentration. So we're going to do the screen first, and to do that you need to open these two small screws here. Now at the point we are not sure if the Face ID will be okay or not, but we will do our best to save the Face ID. I'm gonna heat it up a small bit because this phone is brand new, it was never opened. So there will be a double-sided tape here that we are going to loosen it after heating up a small bit. Now that the screen should be hot enough, so just be careful, always careful with the hot sharp items. I generally use blade. Screen is already broken, so we are not so much worried about it. Finally, we have opened the screen successfully. Gonna put it aside and get rid of all the small bits of glasses pieces. Just be very careful, please be gentle. Now we're gonna take off this plate here. There's 3 screws here to knock off the battery first. So this is your battery connection here, right here. Just be very gently take off the battery connector. Remove the display connector as well. You can use a spudger, or you can use your fingers or nails. Now we have to release the Face ID underneath this plate here. You can see there is a bend here that gets stuck into there is a holder here that basically gets in. It's like a hook, so be careful when you're taking this off. Now the Apple ID connector is just there, so we'll just remove that connector and we have our screen separate. Again, you have 3 little screws here. Now we are going to heat up the screen a small bit from this side to take off this strip, mic and the Face ID. You have to be very careful, do not rush in this part, because if the Face ID is broken, only Apple can replace that and it can cost a lot. We know the screen is small bit hot, heat it up. Just take your time. Finally, it took us time, but we are sure that this is safe. Here we go. So we took our time taking off the Face ID, but it's worth it. Take your time again, no rush. Now we're gonna go over on our housing. This would be a long procedure. So if you see any connectors, disconnect them. There are 3 connectors underneath as well. Just a gentle force, not too much now. Now we're gonna take out the SIM tray. Actually, before I finish this off, I might just put the plate back on now, just in case I'll forget about it. No. So we're gonna start opening all these screws. That's the back cameras. So this is your Taptec engine, and there is a connector for this. So just small bit, lift it up, and this is going to come out, and these screws belong here. What we are going to do is we are going to heat the back glass and take off the battery. There's double-sided tape on the battery. We're going to heat it up a small bit, not too much, and we're going to take off the battery first, so we will have more visibility. The tape is keep breaking on me, so I had to heat it up more, and then just bit by bit lifting up the battery. This is your wireless charger. Now we're going to continue opening all the screws. So we have a screw here, right there, and then we have 2 screws here. We're going to open these as well. Okay, why this will not come off? It's probably adhesive in there. bit of adhesive. This shield should come off easily. I don't see any screws around. Okay, so I might have to push it the other way on this side and then take it off. Just take your time. Yeah, there is a bit of adhesive there as well. We have enough room to open this screw now. Here we go. Another screw. Next to the sim tray there is a bit of black tape, and underneath there is a screw here, so we have to be careful about that as well. And when you push out your charging port, you see there is a black pin that you have to push it back again forward, otherwise this tray will not come out. That's in every single iPhone. So to take out this tray you have to lift this tape up, and there is a small screw there. And now your tray should come out. Yeah, there you go. It should be opening now. The back camera. So you can see that there is, what you can see is their latches here, or the hooks. So there is another connector. Open this connector and your back camera is out. Now we have to definitely look through in this housing, whatever is not there, we have to replace all that. For example, you can see that this plate here is not on this housing, so we have to replace this. The 5G antenna here is not here, so we have to replace this. So take a note of everything. So this connector is going all the way up here. So now we are going to heat up this part and then peel it off. Careful now. As you can see, we have this part here now. We'll be replacing this part straight away. try to lift up our motherboard. Or the logic board. Oh, I guess we have another screw holding the logic board right there. We got our logic board. A few more things to take out. Another screw. And we should be able to lift this up nice and easy. Now there's small screws here. 1, 2, 3. We will have to remove this part from here. I don't think so. We need this part. This is already on the new housing. Now we are going to heat up this area so we can peel this off. Do not put too much force. As I says, I'm going to go and do a few steps straight away, so this will reduce me remembering the hundreds of screws. Definitely going to heat up more. Have to be really careful with this part now. Just the bottom strip that we need to get into. There's a double-sided tape underneath it. You just have to be very careful and just make sure if you have to heat this part again and again and get right underneath it bit by bit. Yeah, it's the same tape that I've used on the battery. That is a bit tough to take it off. But we have it. So you can see I did heat it up and bit by bit remove these first, and then got right underneath this plate and then just picked it up. But I had to heat it up again and again. going to return these parts. Be very careful when you're taking off this, because the wireless charger is very fragile. It tears off very quick. So it does prove. Remember if I said you this before, so these are going right inside here, sorry, in here, right here, and then your plate will just sit, no problem. Time to take out the 5G antenna. Screw. Well, if we want to, we can actually take out our charging port as well. Because we have already taken out all the screws, all you have to do is just lift it up nice and easy. If you want, yes, you should actually not want, you should heat it up small bit. Again, just be very careful. As you can see, there is nothing in here, so all this speaker grills and all that, they will all come out. Of course, after this, your phone is not going to be waterproof. And our charging port is out. Yes, we have to heat up more, and if you can see here, over here, these grills, you can see through here, they are empty, so you will have to take out these grills from here and place it back in here. So to take out these grills, you just slightly push from here and they should pop out here. That's one, and that's two. So we'll push them first. won't be easy, and there is actually, if you see, there is a way of this putting. It's not just a round circle in there. Let me put these back. This is going to take some time. Now we need to check out this over here. There is no need to put this back, but since we have it, why not? Now we are going to take out the 5G antenna. Now, this was the original housing, and we do not require anything. Actually, there is one thing we required from this, which is the button to push the SIM tray. So this needs to go from inside. So you can't go wrong when you're putting this pin back in, because one side is bigger than the other one, so the big side will be outside. So they are just small details. Well, you will find it yourself, but if I can explain it, why not? Now we can actually assemble now our charging port first, and then we will go ahead and start putting all these back together. So first thing first, we're gonna place our charging port right into the position there, and the rest should line up automatically. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is first put the 2 screws at the charging port, so it will keep it in place. Make sure that when you're laying this charging port back in position, these holes are for the screws to go up back into these, so they are actually lining up. Otherwise you could have some issue putting it back together. Now just make sure the mic is in place. Start putting everything back again into the position the way you took it out. I'm pressing it down a small bit and pushing it into this position. Not too much pressure. Now, so before we go any more further, what we're going to do is we're going to put our logic board back into this position, because then all these are just right here in the bottom, but before we have to still connect our logic board onto the housing, so we could miss a few bit of screws, so we have to do this before we go towards charging port. So move away all the cables gently, push them back and get your board inside them right underneath. this point I'm gonna connect all these connections, just make sure they are connecting, they are onto right place before I'll go and finish everything. So just to be on the safe side, so I don't have to go and open anything else and in case something is not fitting. I'm going to put the SIM tray back into the place. So there is a tiny screw that goes with the SIM tray right here. Now mainly what is left is Taptic engine, a loudspeaker, battery, and a few connections. This is the biggest screw in the whole phone, which is going right here. There is a small connector between Taptic engine and your SIM tray, so make sure that is connected, please. So we might just try to connect that first and lay down Taptic engine then. You should remember, first in, first out, last in, last out. I'm just going with the flow, so this shield should come first. And when you're putting this shield, you can see there is a hole here. That hole there is a hook here that goes into it. Should adjust itself anyway when it goes in there. This shield come up to keep this connection of the Taptic engine in place. Front camera and Face ID, loudspeaker, Taptic engine, mic here, SIM card tray, they all back into this position. And we are going to connect the screen and the battery, and we are going to test it if everything is working. We are not going to fix the battery. We're not going to put the tape for now because we are only testing it. Again, as I said, please be very gentle when you're pressing down these terminals or the connectors, because they're very fragile. No extra pressure on it. They will sit into their places. Once they will find the right places, they will sit into it. The moment of truth. Actually, the battery could be flat on it. We have our screen logo showing up. So far so good. We let it charge for a while. So now the battery has been a small bit charged, and we can see our screen is working. Loudspeaker and speakers are working as well. So when the phone is restarted, iPhone or any other phone, you have to put in the pin first, which I don't have it right now. I'll wait for the customer and then we can check the Face ID, but I'm pretty sure the Face ID is working. So we're going to turn it off and finish it putting back these plates. Battery back into place. We can use this tape or adhesive that came with the phone, or you can just use a double-sided tape if you have, which I'm going to use my own one. I'm going to connect the battery connector first and then lay down the battery. I put and write down here exactly what I have done and the date, whether for my reference or it goes to any other shop, so at least they know that this phone was refurbed and now it's a refurb phone and what was done on it, in case they might think that something that is not working in this phone I know but they don't know. So at least when they see this and they know, okay, this phone, this part is not working, or this is changed or that's changed, so it just in case. I didn't receive any double-sided tape for this part. There should be a double-sided tape to set the screen down. It didn't came with the housing, so I'm afraid I just have to. I can still do a double-sided tape here just to keep the screen down. Now we have successfully replaced the whole housing and the screen on iPhone 13. I hope guys you liked the video. Please like and subscribe, and if there is any steps that I have missed, I could be wrong, but please do your research before conducting any repair. Thank you very much for your time.